Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. Today, we're on a journey to make things look cool. Are you ready to make things look cool?
Sure.
You sure?
Sure.
All right, let's go make this thing look cool. Alright folks, so if you've been following the Weems Motor Co channel, you've been seeing that we've been building a 1975 Harley-Davidson Sportster for TACA, the Autism Community in Action, in cohorts with the 5 Dirty Bikers and another little YouTube guy. You may recognize the name by the name of BLOCKHEAD. So, we're at the process. The last video you watched on that was the final mock-up where we had everything out and Austin was sitting on the bike and everything was done and we had to strip it down and do the final welding. Well, let's just say that we finished up some of that welding, and right here in the back seat of the pickup truck is the frame, the tank, the fender, the headlight, and the engine to the Sportster. And we're heading over to the middle of Florida to see a couple friends to drop these parts off so that it can be made beautiful. Almost as beautiful as my daughter who's sitting in the truck next to us. So, super excited about that. Get these parts out of my freaking garage right now and make them look cool. So let's go check out BLOCKHEAD, and we're gonna reveal who will be painting the motorcycle. Stick around, guys. Oh,
man, that thing's heavy. I'm glad I just moved it by myself.
Man, you are a stud and a half. Here we are, top secret location, the BLOCKHEAD home garage.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, the home shop. The home shopping network,
where it all started,
where it all began. And we have that boat anchor that I discovered weighs about 250 pounds of pure Harley-Davidson 35.5 horsepower. If you guys,
monster.
It's a beast. If you guys didn't watch the video where we stopped at BLOCKHEAD shop and put that up on the dyno, make sure you jump back and watch that. But the biggest premise is I don't have this crap in my garage anymore, so I brought it to his house.
Yay!
So that you guys can hook it up and make it into something beautiful and amazing. You're gonna polish that boat anchor.
Yep.
And we're gonna shoot for, you're building the engine. What are you gonna shoot for horsepower on this? Stock it was 61.
At the crank?
I don't know. That was at the manual.
How did they measure horsepower back in those days?
I think they put the motorcycle next to a horse-drawn carriage and seen which one could go further and faster.
So they had 61 horses connected to like one big long carriage.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of stayed even.
Remember the Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, you know, that's what I picture, the Clydesdales.
Oh, so are we talking Clydesdale horsepower? Because I feel like another, that's like
2 horsepower each horse.
Yeah. So they just did Clydesdales to consolidate space.
I guess that would be it. But either way, this boat anchor is going to be amazing. What are you shooting for horsepower?
I'm not even going to say a number, because if I do, I know Chris will probably be pissed. So I'm going to leave that up.
You're going to shoot high. All right. Okay.
We're going to turbocharge it. So
what? No, we can't turn. It's not in the painting. We have to stick to the painting.
Dear Trask.
Oh man, I'm excited about it.
So the painting is from the right side, so we'll put the turbo on the left side somehow. We'll just like reroute.
As long as I don't have to modify anything further on this thing, I have put in the hours, the time to make this thing into the David Man chopper that it's always meant to be, and now I pass the torch on to you to make it into the running, riding, horsepower-driven, high-torque, wheel-burning chopper that it needs to be for whoever wins that bike.
Wheel burning.
Well, tire burning. We won't burn the wheels, but we'll burn some tires.
I mean, if we get through the tires, it's burning the wheel after that, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
We'll drop the clutch.
No promises.
So next time we see this guy, we're gonna have a pretty engine, and then eventually we'll get it into the frame and we'll get it back up on that dyno. So guys, check out Blockhead. You can see his face now. He has revealed.
Oh my God,
he's a beautiful man with a beautiful beard.
No, you.
No, us. All right, guys, let's go drop this paint off, and you guys get to find out who's going to be doing the paint work on the bike. Stick around.
Before you outro, though, thank you for coming by and dropping the engine off, man. We're really looking forward to like getting into it, and yeah, we're stoked to be a part of this project too. You know, with you and 5 Dirty Bikers and
man,
more to come.
Dude, TACA, the Autism Community in Action, amazing organization, helping out families with autism, giving them resources, classes, education, things that can help these family members who struggle with having family members. So it's a blessing. It's a great opportunity for people like us from Florida to help families out all the way across this nation, and that's what we're going to do with this bike. So I know you guys are going to nail it. You're going to make it awesome, and it's going to be a beautiful bike when it all comes together. So
oh yeah, and then after we're done with this, I got more work for him, so future stuff too. Oh, you didn't know about that yet. I just sprung that on you, by the way. So
is it Harley?
The shit show it is, Harley. You know what's happening.
I knew I was gonna get myself into this. You work on one Harley,
what does Josh
do?
He's like,
you work on one, and then everybody wants to help. I was like, man, I knew it. When 5 Dirty Bikers brought it up, they said, hey, we want you to build a bike, and I'm like, you know, I don't do Harleys, right?
He does Harleys now. I got footage of you on a Harley, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like we're through that barrier now. So.
Well, we'll see what happens with it. I'll definitely give you a hand on some chopper stuff. I'm all about that, so we'll get you hooked up. Definitely. You guys stick around while we drop off this paint work. All right, so just dropping the engine off over at Blockhead's house. Super stoked to have him doing the engine for it. But most importantly, the secret that is now out of the bag, the guy who is doing the David Mann paint on the Sportster right here in front of all of us, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Daniel. Everybody knows him as MilkBone. Check him out, milkbonecustomswithak.com. Daniel.
Yes, sir.
All right, now this is a big one for you, right?
For sure.
Are you excited to be doing a David Mann replica paint job? I mean, how cool is that?
Most definitely. I mean, growing up in the motorcycle business and being around bikes my whole life, you always looked at Easy Rider magazine and always saw David Mann pictures in there. The centerfolds basically, and man, emulating those paint jobs is what I kind of live for. I've done, this will probably be the 3rd David Mann style bike that I've done, but this one's going to be extra good. So it's for a good cause, and man, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
Dude, it's going to be so cool. I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but I had the opportunity to meet up with Jackie, David's wife, and she told me the process of how he came up with these paintings was these motorcycles were never real motorcycles in life. He would find motorcycles, take photographs of them, and go back and paint them and customize them into bikes that he would build. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating a motorcycle that was in David Mann's head and was never actually a real bike in real life. So I find it an honor to be a part of that project. I am super stoked to have somebody as amazing as you to take on a project like that. I mean, David Mann is an icon in this industry, and for us to put our names
for sure
on something that came out of his head is just so amazing. I know it's going to change so many people's lives, and the people that see these bikes at shows are just going to be stunned. They're going to be stunned.
Yeah, basically building a part of history.
Absolutely. And what's cool about it is we're raising money for an amazing charity, and on top of that, this bike is going to be raffled off, and somebody's going to win this bike. And man, I tell you what, I can't enter, but if I could enter, I would buy a lot of raffle tickets to win this amazing bike. So
for sure,
let's get these parts out, let you get to work on it, let you take your time and nail the paint job that's gonna be this thing.
Cannot wait.
It's gonna be awesome. Let's get it out. Well, folks, one of the worst parts about the happiest place on earth, that being Orlando, Florida, is the traffic sucks. So I think that's about gonna wrap up this video. What do you think, Addy? Nothing spectacular being stuck in traffic. But if you are new around here and you really enjoyed the video today, jump down, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace!